There you go. Any fish. On Drudge this morning. Pope reveals anti-stress secrets. Okay. Pope reveals anti-stress. And it's not Prozac. And, you know, as though that's funny. Prozac is a chemical known as fluoxetine, and it's a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. And this one pharmakia, this one evil spirit of a product, is responsible for more ruining of human lives and destruction of souls than probably just about anything out there in the last 30 years. And he's joking about it. Okay, that's just for starters. So here he is, and he's speaking during a general audience at the Paul VI audience hall. A lot of you have probably already seen stuff about this, but this is the audience hall they're talking about. Now, really look at this. And he's speaking right up there in front of a sculpture of just utter disgusting horror. And I don't care if you see it or not. He's in a serpent's mouth. He is speaking. He is the servant of the serpent. Period. This is the meeting of the cardinals. Okay? This is their big, all dressed in their red. I hope y'all are understanding this. You know, there they are, all dressed in red, and they meet specifically in this building. It's called the Sistine Chapel in Vatican City. And this is a mural called the Final Judgment. Okay? This mural is called the Final Judgment. And to study it in detail, you'd find that it basically, on a biblical perspective, gives the story of humanity. Period. And this is where they all meet to choose the Pope. This is where all these fellas in their red suits come before this mural in prayer or meditation and choose the Pope. And I've showed you before that this is the image, the final image, the final judgment image. And, you know, if it hasn't been seen, if you haven't seen this before, I mean, there's no question that you're looking at the dragon. And I always say, you know, I'm really sorry if you don't see it. And yes, I've been called many things, man. But my friend, that is a dragon. A very, very demonically created over 500, almost 600 years ago, in a period of great change in the Christian world. You start putting the pieces together, you start to understand that there is a power at work here that goes beyond these people. It goes beyond these guys. It goes beyond the Pope himself. It goes much deeper. And we can discover these things. We see them. We see that they are literally worshiping and getting the final judgment from their God, their ruler. That's who they serve. And you have to see the depth so that you can literally understand that it's a spiritual battle. This is all just manifestation of the true battle that's in each and every one of us. This is the history of man. And there is so many details I can't even begin. But the way I started to understand was through this process. A lot of imagery and a lot of reading the Bible. A lot of reading the Bible. You must read the Bible. So he shrugged off a bunch of their having some controversy in the Vatican, and he says, I'm not on tranquilizers. That's a joke, you know. One of the largest killers of families, innocents, ever. And he's making fun of it. This is how they operate. And a lot of this, it isn't even maybe him as an individual. It's the spirit that he serves fully. He is given over to it. He is the property of Satan. And he draws his orders directly from Satan. Voted in right in this here room. Okay? So he goes on. And I could dig into this article all day. We could follow this woman's story, because she got a personally revealing interview. These all mean something. That could be a trail. Her name probably has specific meanings that are suited just for this particular message. Okay? So, it reveals how his feelings, anxiety, while he was a bishop in Buenos Aires, and it disappeared once he became the Pope. His anxiety disappeared, like a Prozac. The devil's work. The 80-year-old, okay, and he insists that he is losing no sleep over maneuvering and all the problems they're having in the Vatican. 80-year-old says his secret for dealing with stress is to write down all his problems in letters to St. Joseph. Then he places the letters under a statue of the man described in the Bible as the carpenter father of Jesus. Really? Statue. So basically he's worshiping and believing that the statue is going to manifest some sort of good karma for him or something? I don't know. This is paganism. This is Satanism. He's now sleeping on a mattress of the letters. And that's why he sleeps well. It's the grace of God. I always get 6 hours, and I pray. Well, for an 80-year-old man, this is science now. 6 hours sleep is what it requires for elder people to achieve REM sleep and thus be rested, but also allows them to reach a dream state. These people, they pay attention to their dreams. They actually entice their dreams. And they do things like, they incubate dreams. The Egyptians They'd sleep overnight on a dream bed. They'd put little statues and oracles in specific messages. They would ritualistically, this is all, I'm going to put links to this stuff, you guys, because it's important. It's so important that you understand that it's a spirit that's manifesting all of these things. And it's, I call basically headquarters, where it's, you know, strategizing and commanding its generals and whatnot. The spirit, the serpent, Satan, prince of the air. He dominates on this earth. That's his headquarters, basically. And the Pope is his point man. That's the point man. The man who speaks from the serpent's mouth. The man who was selected by the little minions, or whatever you call this cast of red, that specifically, again, meet in the room where the image of the dragon manifests and is given homage and given the final judgment. Once you understand that it is a spiritual level, I would highly suggest Isaiah 44. In fact, start in 43. I'll even link it to you, that you can click on it and press the little play button here, and you can read along with it. This is critically important. I'm not trying to say, look, I see all these things about the Pope. You see, that's the smoke. That's the haze. That's the darkness that they hide in. When you pull back the smoke, you shed light on it, and then you can really see, which allows you to then see, as you literally are born again once you understand the true nature of all of this, and who our Heavenly Father really is, and show you, literally, this thing is loaded with just message after message after message. You know, from the moment I was elected, I had a very particular feeling of profound peace. The moment he was elected, this is where they were. The moment he was elected. I hope you see. I hope you see. Father loves you. Ask to meet him. He will reconcile. Peace and grace, y'all.